my creative friends. This is Heather North at heatherscreativeblessings.blogspot.com. Today is the final day of the birthday bash. If you have missed the birthday bash going on, it's a birthday party for StampNation. StampNation's turning 3, and there's been posts all week on my blog as well as some of the other design team members and Catherine Pooler, and there have been challenges every day at StampNation. It's been a lot of fun. I'll have, if you're watching on YouTube, I'll have a link down below for you to click on. You can go to my blog and then you can just scroll back, hit older posts, and look at the posts from the last week, and you can see what all has been going on. Or you can head on over to StampNation and just check the challenges for them. Today's challenge is twofold. One, we were to case assista. Case means copy and share everything. I chose Susan Powell because she's known as Greetings from Susan on StampNation. And she has just been spitting out the cards lately. And every time she does, I feel like running down to my stamp room and creating a card. She has inspired me so much. The card I made today, I can't show you. It's made as a design team member, and my design team cards are now the exclusive property of StampNation. So in order to see that card, you need to become a member. The cool thing is that right now until January 20th, Catherine is offering a $1 for 3 days membership, where you can go and check out the site. You will be just like any other member. You'll be able to see all of the almost 400 exclusive videos, tutorials, the challenges, the design team exclusives, the classes. There's a lot to see, and it's only $1 for 3 days, and if you decide you like it, your membership is only $9 a month. If you don't want to do that, or even if you do want to do that, I wanted to show some of the things that I did on this card because I just thought you might like to see it too. So I decided to case my case of Susan's. This will be like if you were doing a 3-step card, like step 1 might be the clean and simple, not very many layers, and then you'd have step 2, which would be just stepped up a little bit in between, and then step 3, which would be several layers and more embellished. This would be the step 2. This would be the medium one, and the one for the design team would be step 3. The birthday bash sponsor for today is Avery Elle, and I'll have information on how you can enter to win the prize that Avery Elle is giving away on my blog. So again, if you're on YouTube, click the link, go to my blog, all the information will be there. As a design team member, I can't win any of the prizes, but I do have this stamp set from Avery Elle. I was so excited when they finally got it back in stock because of this sentiment right here. Let's see if you can see it. It says, "You are my true north." My last name is North. I married a North, and I just thought this would be the perfect sentiment to give him on a card for his birthday, or just, I love you. And so I snapped it up right away, and I love this stamp set. So of course I decided in honor of that giveaway I would use my Avery Elle stamp and create a card. I'm going to start with this little wooden element here. And I took the sentiment "Happy Birthday" from Postage Collection, and I'm going to take Stays On ink to ink it up. And now I'm going to take this clear wave from this. By the way, this is called Naughty from Avery Elle, K-N-O-T-T-Y, Naughty. And I'm going to take the wave set and just make some waves on my wooden element. I just stamped that onto this is River Rock cardstock. I want just a little more interest on the back of this piece. This is a 2-inch wide piece. I believe it's 2 inches by 3 1/4 inches. And I'm going to take my this stamp here from the Open Sea, and I'm inking it up with River Rock ink, and I'm going to stamp off a couple of times and then stamp on the background here 2 times. It's just a really subtle thing to have in the background of your tag. I'm going to turn my tag upside down, and on the grid mat are these little dotted lines. Each of those dotted lines is 1/4 of an inch. So what I did to kind of figure out what I wanted to do, like I said, it's 2 inches wide by 3 1/4 inches tall. I went in 1/2 inch on either side of the top, and then from the top down the sides I went down 1, 2, 3/4 of an inch. So 1, 2, 3/4 of an inch. Can you see these little tick marks? What I'm going to do is just place my ruler over those tick marks and draw a line as a guide on where to cut. You can also skip this step and just put it right in your trimmer and line these up with the center groove. Let me show you what I mean. If you line this up in the groove where it's going to cut, just the tick marks, you can cut very easily. Then flip the other side and do the same thing. And by doing it on the back side, we don't even have to erase. Now I'm going to take my Crop-A-Dile and I'm going to take the side with the largest hole and just punch a hole in the center of my tag, center top, like that. And I'm going to stick one of these eyelets I have. I just squeezed it together. Okay, so our tag is done. To make the little tab, I cased this from Susan. This is brilliant. I just love this on her card. She had a little, it looks like a file folder tab on the front of her card, and I'm doing the same thing. I don't know exactly the measurement she used, but really you can do whatever you want. I did 1/2 inch, and then I pulled it out to, I think it was 3 1/2 inches, and I punched again, and you're left with this tab. And what you do is you line these points up with the groove of your cutter, and then you just cut this part off and this part off, or you can use your scissors and trim it off that way. And when you trim it off, you have this cute little tab. Next step is to just take some paper, and I'm going to tear off one end. Off the other side as well. I put a little piece of thread and baker's twine through the top of my tag, and now I think I have all the parts and I'm ready to assemble. So I'm going to take my snail, before I adhere the file down to the card base, I'm just going to take some baker's twine and linen thread I showed you earlier and just attach it to the back, and then just adhere this to your card base. I'm going to take some dimensionals, put them on the back of my tag. The tag is blending into the background a little bit too much for me, so what I'm going to do is just take this sponge I have laying around. It's got some sort of brown ink on it, and I'm just going to sponge the edges very lightly with this. And last, I'm just going to attach this happy birthday. And the fun thing with these wooden elements, you can just put them wherever you want, wherever you think they look the best. You have to tell me in the comments where you would put it. I think I'm going to put it on the side of the tag here. So that means I want a dimensional on the half that's going to be sticking out. And then I'm going to put a glue dot on the half that will be on the tag. You could also use your Tombow Mono multi-glue here. Let me turn this around so I can make sure I get it correct on there. Good placement. There we go. So here's my stepped down case of a case for you. Remember, if you want to take advantage of the StampNation 3 days for $1, click the link below YouTube, or click the link in my blog if you're on my blog, and check that out. I think it's worth, at the very least, seeing what all the fuss is about and seeing if it's something that might be interesting to you, something you might enjoy. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you find some time today to get a little bit creative. Bye!